Hey, Rich here. I'm installing a second battery and a power inverter, 1500 watt, 3000 peak in this '06 Chevy Avalanche. I got a 5.3. That's my main battery on this side. So I just bought the GM tray for this side. There's a bracket that goes right here. Just removed it. And there's a tray that goes there. You pull that out, install this tray. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna run the wires through the firewall. I'm gonna drill right here. I'm gonna put grommets in. I'm gonna come in with 2-gauge wire. That's my inverter. It's gonna sit down in the footwell right there. 2-gauge wire, grommets through the firewall. Came with the 2-gauge wire. It's pretty hefty. I'm not running nothing crazy power demanding, but I tested on the bench. I ran my grinder, no problem. Small appliances, no problem. So that's gonna sit in the footwell. Wire's gonna come up through here. I'm gonna have a battery isolator. I'm gonna have a circuit breaker. And this is step one. I'm just waiting for my parts to come in later on today. So this is the bracket you remove, 4 bolts. That comes out to install the battery. It's made for the truck and it doesn't come with the hold down. You see the hold down hole there. So I ordered the hold down. It's $7 on Amazon. That's going to be the position of the battery. So this bracket doesn't fit back in with the battery in, but it can be modified if you want. You can bolt it there and come out with standoffs there. It's not necessary, but that's something to add if you do some off-roading and want the stability of that bracket. You can modify it to put it back on. I'm gonna leave it off for now. Mostly highway. So that's the position of the second battery. That's what it's gonna look like. And as you can see, the wire's gonna go down and through the firewall right there. I'll keep moving. So this is what it's looking like from the inside. I got the holes drilled. I started out with 1/4-inch pilot holes. Then I went with a 7/8 drill bit. There's foam behind this rubber mat when you pull the carpet up. I just cut a little chunk out of it, out of the way. This is what it looks like on the firewall. So of course I'm gonna clean up the sharp edges, put the grommets in, everything's settled, and then I'm gonna silicone it all and it should be leak free. So that's the roughing of the holes there. And the position, you can see where the bend is. That's just where I went because I'm mounting my inverter right here. Let's go right here, right on the floor, like that. The wire's gonna go up. I'm gonna drill a hole in the carpet, and I'm gonna mount it right there. So the wire's gonna come in right through there, and it's just gonna sit there out of the way. It's gonna stay dry, and that's gonna be the position of it. So Amazon came. I got the stuff I need to finish this off. I got the hold down for the battery. I got some adapters going from this 4-gauge wire kit, power and ground. Comes with 25 feet of each color. Crimper, crimping, cutting tool, shrink wrap, lugs. I got my side posts. I have a few of these 125 amp breakers I'm gonna install in line. And also I busted a ground wire. The ground wire going from the hood. This thing just pulled right off. So I'm gonna check my body grounds too. So yeah, this thing just goes from here to here. So I'm gonna make up a new wire for that. And also I had just installed these backup lights. I had it going through the firewall to the primary battery. I left a lot of wire, good thing, so I just stretch out the wire ahead under the dash, and I'm gonna run it to the auxiliary battery. And in case I leave the lights on, so these are cool backup lights, LEDs. I just installed them a couple of days ago. They're pretty bright, they're like 65 watts each. And yeah, they're actually pretty good. Light up, I have a switch on the dash for that. So that switch is gonna go to this battery, the backup. so I don't leave it on and drain my battery by mistake. So the last thing I'm waiting for, I ordered a isolation switch. That should be here tomorrow, and that's going to cut in and out my auxiliary battery at set voltages, and it has a manual override. So I'm gonna install all of this, and then tomorrow I'll put the rest in. So it's going pretty good so far. Okay, that's the end of the part one of this two-part video series, and that is the installation of the inverter. The next video is going to be finishing up and installing the battery isolator slash VSR, voltage sensing relay, that's going to charge my battery on and off at a preset voltage, and that's the next video. So yeah, on this one, the ground, I just changed the terminal, put that ground back on, that's all good. Got that red black wire there coming across for the fog lights. I've got my relay there, my breaker actually, that's let's see, get a good shot of that. 125 amp breaker, and then the inverter, it's all good. Got an on-off switch. I'm at 12.4. Got my grinder. Just gotta finish buttoning this up. So far looks good. It's exactly what I was looking for. I want to keep this out of the elements. Gonna put my trim, my floor mats back in, and then finish this up. So I don't have the grommets through the firewall cable. So for now, what I'm gonna do is hit this button. So that opens a circuit and there's no power going through. So if it trips, that'll open and it will prevent voltage going anywhere past this point right here. So I'm just gonna, on that lug, I'm gonna put a cap over that just to make sure I don't short out on anything. And on that red wire going down, actually the red and the black, I'm gonna put a wire loom over that. All right, so yeah, that's part one. Take care.